right. We are live. Hello, Maree. Hello, Jazzy. Hello, everybody on the chat. Thank you for being here. We are so grateful and thankful that you take the time to be here with us, or that you get to listen afterwards as well. Don't forget to give us a like if you can, and share if it's something that you enjoy watching.
Yeah.
So Maree, before we get into a couple of the things that we're going to talk about today, is there anything going on in Australia that we need to know about here?
Oh, well, there has been a bit of news. So, hi everyone, nice to be here. Hi, Lisa. We've got this amazing, strong advocate for when we had all of our stay-at-home times, and particularly in that state of Victoria, where it was like apparently the most stay-at-home times in the world. And they brought in thugs to work with the how can I say, the POLICE, and they were actually Soros's like group. It was like, it's unbelievable what happened. And anyway, there's this one guy who was hurt basically by them. Now he's an ex boxer, ex champion, beautiful man, like loves God, all that sort of stuff. And he knows all the laws, and he was standing up and speaking, and they took him down. They put him in jail. He's just won a court case after 2.5 years. And finally, the judge said it was the POLICE that were the ones that were being vicious. And it's all over the news, and he's won his case, and someone's now written a song about him. And that his last name's Patterson. So they wrote the song Banjo, because Banjo Patterson was a famous Australian, personality way back. And yeah, he's just become this amazing hero, and had to go through all of these courts, just so beautifully spoken, such a strong, strong man. We need more men like that in this world. And he's won. And this judge agreed that these particular government authorities were way out of line. And I'm just waiting until they get put on, taken down. So that's amazing in itself.
Wow.
That's been going on for years. It's wonderful to see. And there's so much more coming out. I don't know about in the US, but there's so much more coming out about this now. And people are starting to really wake up. I've had people even say to me, wow, that one is, and someone said, oh, I actually got that. I got 2 of them. I hope I'm going to be okay. And I was like, if it's gone this long with that one, you'll be fine. But it's the other ones that cause the long-term problems. So people that were asleep are really starting to notice, because it's coming out in our mainstream news. So that's what I've noticed. Yeah. So what about you? Is there anything over there?
I don't know. I can't think of anything. I don't know if people want to put it on the chat. I can't think of anything here. Oh well, the PDIDDY.
Yep.
Okay. Who is a celebrity? So now they're blaming him on all the stuff that's going on, and then he's going to talk. And so he, of course, now they're the celebrities that he's kind of mentioning are freaking out and putting out videos and stuff. And so it's getting really interesting. I haven't seen any of them because I don't really care.
Yeah.
But I just saw a couple of like news, like not news, but like when I go to Planet Fitness to work out, they have all the videos and stuff, the news on there. So sometimes if I'm walking by, I'll read just like the caption on the news. So that's how I know like kind of what's going on. But they are okay. So Tracy said lots going on. Congress denies CBDCs, and that's huge, right? That's humongous. And And that's it. Really, I'm trying to stay out of the
Yes.
out of that whole thing. Just trying to stay off of looking at stuff at all. You
I
know?
think for me, it just pops in somehow when I'm meant to know something, and it's like, or someone tells me, like that person that
Yes.
I went, oh, okay, that's getting through into the mainstream news. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I think it does. Whatever we need will come to us. That's
Yeah.
what I'm finding.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and with that, with those CBDCs too, I think um, Mr. Trump was saying that he won't allow them either. And I've always had this feeling. I really feel they're pushing. Oh, because that's the other thing that has passed here in Australia. I think I might have mentioned the digital ID has been pushed through. So they've got it now in the UK as well, and they're all saying you can't get a job, you can't do anything without this digital ID. So, but again, I don't believe that's going to stay for a long period of time. You know what I mean? It's just in here to wake people up again.
Did we look at that
I don't know that. I don't know, actually. It's a good question. Because the players that are pushing it through are known to be part of the club.
Yeah.
Here. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if we looked at that.
I don't know that we did. So should we have a quick look and just see if it's a cover up or if it's part of the ploy?
Yeah.
So that people start to recognize, because it's, and this is, I don't know. I just don't have any fear about it. No attachment to it.
Right.
So
yeah.
What cards say about it? Is it like an underlying cover up thing that just to wake people up or to get people more just connecting in? Right.
Interesting.
It's so interesting. There we go. We've got our Nine of Swords, which to me is when people are worrying about this at night time, but it usually tells me there's no need to worry. It's not going to be something that is long term. So justice. Look at that. Beautiful. So it's all going to go down, but people have to be aware of it. People have to know, and if you put two and two together with what they've done in CHINA with that system, that's a social sort of credit system.
Yeah.
This is what the plan was. It's
Yeah.
But Chariot. So once there's balance, then we'll just move forward in a very different way because of the justice coming through. So that's good to know. And I did hear a really good story about someone that went into a particular restaurant and they wouldn't accept cash. So they ordered their food. They had exactly the right amount of cash. And so they had an argument with the manager and everything. And then they called the police, and the police came in and they said, well, no, you have to take his cash. So anyway, the police went outside and this guy paid it all and everything, went outside. And apparently the police said to him, we need more people like you in our society to stand up to this. So I thought that was a win. So then there's really good ones as well.
Well, it's interesting because when people come in the shop to pay and they pay cash, I always make a big deal. Make a big deal. Thank you for keeping cash going. And then I explain, about how, the banks are slowly chipping away at the money because now a $20 bill isn't a $20 bill, is more like 18, and so how we need to keep cash going. And I do start a lot of conversation with people about, when I do that, and I love it because it's a way for me to get in there and see where people are at, what they're thinking.
Oh, and we just had one of our big, what do you call it, communications companies go down again. So of course you can't do anything unless you've got cash when that happens. So I think it's all pretty nicely timed.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. So Freedom is asking, is Pennsylvania still heavily run by the deep state corporation?
Okay, so Freedom, I want you to tune in as well, because this is about teaching us to trust our intuition, or to really listen to the little messages that we get around stuff like this. So I want you to tune in and get your answer, and we'll ask the cards at the same time. Let's just see what the cards say. Looks like it's moved forward again. We've got that Chariot card, so it's moving out of the old, doctrines. So to me, there's been a lot of movement away from that freedom. Yeah, so you'll get messages around this. That Knight of Pentacles to me is bringing actual real messages about what's going on, and it's about looking for them. So it's like you look for them. We're being told where things are at. So let's have a look. Because you guys must have been hit hard, were you? Well, I don't know much about Pennsylvania, but the Three of Swords has come up. So there must have been a lot of stuff that went on there. Is that right? With Pennsylvania, was it a pretty hardcore, state?
I don't know.
I don't know either. So let us know, Freedom, if it has been sort of, run by the club, and a lot of things gone on. But it looks like it's all moved away from that. Oh, yeah, Strength. So it's gone into a much better place. But they're still playing out the stuff. They're still, whether it's showing people or whether it's just letting people, catching people still. I'm not sure, but it's definitely moved into a better place in reality. It might not be showing it yet through the news or whatever, but a bit like Australia, we look like we're turning into a CHINA country. It's like, but I just don't get that feeling that that's going to continue or going to be the way that we are.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree 110%.
Yeah.
So the other thing that's going on is the TRUMP trial. But I personally feel it's a show.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I kind of don't feel like asking about it.
Okay. Yeah. And that's it. We've got to trust what we get, because we're just becoming so much more tuned in to the underlying truth of situations. And it's trusting that. Real faith, real knowing, trusting in our own messages as well. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. How have been the energies for you?
Mad. They've been
right.
Big. About you, same? Have you been had a lot going through? Or
today was probably the first day I woke up back again in the what am I doing here?
Yeah, I'm a bit the same. I think for me it was only about 3 or 4 days ago, the same thing. I'd been really going through some initiation, and that's fine. But the minute I woke up and it was like, ta-da, I'm back. It was just beautiful. And you can just being able to really see the difference in going through that void and going through our changes and shifts. And then, oh my gosh, the increase in the heart and the compassion and the frequency is mind-blowing.
Yeah, for sure. They definitely have been working on the heart space. I can just feel it. And the solar plexus is out of control.
Yeah.
With me, at least, they're just really working on it. So it's been interesting. But I wanted to mention it because today was, again, another day. And it's funny because I feel like I'm bipolar. Like, it's like I've never been in my life bipolar. And all of a sudden I'm like, I feel bipolar. Yeah. Like one day I'm euphoric, happy, holy crap, look at this dragon thing that I manifested, and then today I wake up and I'm like, I don't want to be here anymore. It's like magic one day, and the next day it's like, oh, I think I'm done.
welcome to the land of being a human.
Oh
Welcome to
my
this
God.
realm of cray. I know. And, and sometimes I'll really have to catch my thoughts because I'll go, whoa, hang on, I'm making all these stories up again. I haven't done this for ages. And so
Yeah.
it's just, and being aware of it, boom, back, okay, come back in here. Come on, let go,
Yeah.
let go. It's like talking to an ego aspect of me that's like a child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And did you do the abundance thing?
I was doing the abundance thing all week, and and especially that day when I just woke up and there was this chains had been dropped off me. Oh my goodness, I was going on the abundance, like absolute rant and rave. It was fabulous. But it really helped me to actually see things differently as
Yes.
well. Like my
Yes.
perspective. I was going, oh my God, I have everything I need and more. It's just abundance with everything. And, even remembering who I am, I'm abundant about remembering who I am, truly. And it clears a path I found for me to become more connected into that. So, like you say, it is different to gratitude. I think they're both amazing. So
Yeah.
it's almost like knowing which one. Then I became grateful for my abundance.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It's like it works together. And then and so the whole day you are in a high vibrational state where
yeah,
what you are growing, because your attention is going there, you're growing your abundance, you're growing the things to be grateful for. And so the universe again has no choice but to give you more of that.
and it was funny because I was working on my friend's stand that day, and this guy came up to me and he went, he said, I was going to ask for information, but something said to me, I have to come up and talk to you. And then we started talking, and he was a born again Christian, but he didn't bash. He wasn't like he said, I don't do that. He said, I just love Jesus. And I went, oh, that's wonderful. And so we talked about all that for a little bit. And then we started to talk about all the conspiracy theories. And he was going, yeah, I've had two other people, really close friends, telling me about this, but I don't know how much to believe. And I said, you've got to just wait. I said, those little seeds will start to bloom and you'll start to understand it on a deeper level. And he went, I'm going to come back and talk to you again. So, he said, I just knew I had to talk to you. So this is what happens when we've got that frequency and that energy out there. People just get drawn to us.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Yeah. And I think that's what's coming as well, right?
Yeah. So and I really, really began to, I know it, I've already known it, but just knowing that we are enough. God's put us here for an absolute reason. Even if we don't want to be here, we're here because we hold a frequency, we hold an energy, and as star seeds, that's what we chose to do. So us just being here, we don't have to go off and be some famous person or build this or do that. Just staying here and being is, to me, the job. That's it.
Yeah. And it came really strong today because I left pickleball early. Like, I just need to go home and meditate. And I was at pickleball and I was like, this isn't just, it was hot as hell too. Like, I won't lie. But it was just that I just didn't have it in me. It was like, no, I want to go home and be by myself and meditate. And that's what I did. So
beautiful. Yeah. And this is it. It's following that little pull, wherever what we're pulled to experience or be or do. And sometimes you want to just go, I don't want to do that. But then, I was meant to take everything out of my car on Sunday night because it was going to be, I was taking it in on Monday to get fixed. And I went, I really don't feel like doing that. So I got the message, don't worry, you can do it tomorrow after your show. And I did. And I had so much energy and it was done in like 20 minutes. And it was like, okay. And then I just kept saying to God, okay, just create a miracle for me. That was my other thing. I have an abundance of miracles in my life.
Oh, I like that.
Because I always leave room for miracles. And I went, I've got an abundance of room for miracles. I have, it was beautiful. And then when I got to the place to get my car assessed, the guy was amazing. In 2 minutes, he said, we've already got you new parts, da-da-da. He said, we'll have it done in 5 to 7 days. I went, don't you mean 5 to 7 weeks? That's how long it usually takes. He went, no, we're really fast here. He said, you'll have this car back in 5 to 7 days. And then my beautiful friend met me halfway down the mountain. She had a spare car I could use, so I got this spare car, and it's like, wow, that was beautiful. That was so easy. So it's, yeah. And I asked God, I said, oh, are you going to look after me? And it was, of course. And that was how it all flowed.
Wow. Beautiful.
So
yeah, beautiful. So, well, good. I'm glad it helped you like it helped me, because I can tell you it really changed my life, really, to be honest. Because now when I have a free moment, that I start on the abundance. I'm like, I'm abundant with this, abundant with that. And it doesn't allow for the negative thoughts to come in.
Absolutely. And I feel if I drop and I start doing the stories in my head, it's like I have to remember to come back into that. So
yeah. So good. I am so happy.
So good job, you. Thank you. So Tracy's actually asked, did it happen last week, the abundance? And yeah, actually, do you want to come up to be my size?
Oh, okay. So I missed you last week because my youngest son got married. So Tracy, just real quick, and this is for anybody who also missed it, and it was really big. I had a download one day. I woke up, and literally, I've been getting a lot of messages when I wake up now. And the message was, look at the abundance around you. And so it was like, I looked around and I was like, oh my God, I have abundance. I started looking at all the abundance of clothing. Like if you open your drawers, I'm sure you have more than one underwear. I'm sure you have more than one shirt. I mean, guys, we are so abundant. So I'm like, oh my God, I have abundance of this, and I have abundance of clothing, and I have abundance of sheets for the bed, and I have abundance of blankets, and I have abundance of tile on the floor, and I have abundance of, and I just kept going on and on and on. And I realized at that moment that we do not recognize or are thankful for. Some of us are thankful, and I was being thankful, but I wasn't feeling abundant. And so this abundance exercise changed for me, that I now feel abundant because there's abundance of everything around me. It's everywhere. It's everywhere, no matter where you look. And if you don't want to look outside, look inside. You have abundance of cells, abundance of nerves, abundance of blood, abundance, and you can go on and on and on with just the inside of your body. So it's just abundance everywhere, and we don't see it, and we don't talk about it, and we don't recognize it, and we need to recognize it. And when you take the time to say it out loud, and one more thing shows up in your head, and then another one, and then another one, but this is not going to happen unless you do the exercise. Okay. You have to do the exercise, because when you do the exercise, everything opens up, and then you start seeing all of the abundance that you really truly have. And what that does is it keeps you positive, it raises your vibration amazingly. And then it's going to help you manifest abundance, because now you are putting your attention on abundance and gratefulness.
Oh, Indy, you are so beautiful. You have an abundance of a cat.
Abundance of fur everywhere. Abundance of fur everywhere. Yes.
Yes. So yeah, no, I agree with you. And what I noticed, what I loved about it, was it took me to a different perspective.
Yes.
I started to get insights really quickly. And again, it's still it's really interesting, because normally what I'd say was, I wish I, hindsight's 20/20 vision sort of thing. But I'm now getting perspectives before a situation happens to already go into the best possible choice to make or decision to make around it. And I never used to be able to do that. And now I'm going, how did I think of that? That's like perfect. And that's what it did for me, was actually reminded me, and it just took me into this new perspective. So I'm not going, I wished I'd thought of that before I made that decision or before that happened. And I know that's the best possible choice I can make. I just feel it. It's so different.
Yeah.
When you go, I don't know what to do. I don't know which way to go. This is like, that's it. That's the one. and it just works. So cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So I definitely suggest highly. Please do it. I promise you. I promise you the worst that's going to happen is that you raise your vibration. That's the worst.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just got an image. If you find that you're not remembering to do it, just get some of those little sticky notes, write abundance on it, like pop it under your car visor, put it on your mirror, put it places, just that one word, and that will trigger you to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that's that. What else? So today, if we don't have anything else that's with what's going on in the world, I want to talk about. So I have been to Sedona. This is my third time. I went with Shanna to a conference to see Bashar and Rob Gothier, who I had on my channel, and Wendy Kennedy. And this time, you know how you raise your vibration and you're at a higher level every time that you time passes, you're more and more advanced, I guess, or more, you can see more things because your vibration is higher.
Yeah.
So we went to what we usually do, which is, Bell Rock and Courthouse, Butte, which is next to Bell Rock. And so I'm going to show you, let's see, hopefully my computer won't crash. Oh, this is the dragon I found, the dragon head. If you don't know about my story real quick. So I go walk, see the sunrise every morning. And this one yesterday, I asked the universe to give me something different to see or to look at. And I thought it'd give me a jumping dolphin or something, something I already know. And it gave me this dragon jellyfish looking thing. And this thing had ridges on it like a dragon, the eyes like a dragon. It was a dragon jellyfish. It was crazy. So I figure I would show you guys this too. And okay, so going here. So Maree, can you see this?
Yeah.
Okay. So on the left is Courthouse Butte, and on the right is Bell Rock.
Wow.
Okay? So nobody ever talks about Courthouse Butte. And let me tell you what, Courthouse Butte, in my opinion, is way more of a bigger deal than Bell Rock. So what I felt was that this was like a gigantic city in there. And yeah, and almost like, I don't know if I've seen it on movies or whatever. I just imagine this gigantic, like, not building, but like bunches of buildings together that create like a city.
Can you enlarge it at all? Can you bring it in or not? Is that too tricky?
Can I what?
Enlarge it. Can you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's funny because the first thing that I thought of was a tree. It was a massive tree, but it's.
Do you see it?
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, okay, now I see what you mean.
So
yeah,
it's this one on the left, and this is Bell Rock here. And so both Shanna and I, because it has like 4 spires in each corner, like it has like, I don't know.
It looks like they were turrets or something.
Yeah, I don't know. So I want to ask about this and see if what Shanna and I imagined or saw in our head was right.
Okay. So what question do you want to ask first?
I don't have closer pics, Shanna. I couldn't find them. We didn't take pictures of it because we already had been there last time. So we were like, oh, I've been there, done that. But this time we felt it. We felt there was something there. And before we had not felt this.
Okay. So let's just have a look and see. So first of all, why don't we ask, was this actually a place where beings lived? You know, was it that sort of city? Was it a place where beings actually lived that were?
Yeah. Let me see if this.
Yeah, that's
Okay, here we go. Okay.
interesting because we've got our King of Swords. He's someone that is a master planner, which is really interesting and usually tells truth because that it's yeah. So this was definitely something that was actually planned. Oh man, I've got so much heat going through. Now we've got a King of Wands. So this is a master who takes action with something, putting something into place. I would say that this it was somewhere, because that was the question, where people actually were living and it was planned out.
Yeah.
We've got two kings. But something happened. We've had one of those judgment moments where something's actually happened.
Yeah. So yeah, Christine, that's kind of,
Yeah.
you can see like guardians or faces. So yeah, so there's something there, but is it okay? So the answer is yes, there's something there.
Yeah, yes. There was definitely something that had been built, planned, structure-wise, like, yeah, for people to live in, because that was the question.
Okay. Okay, good. So is it still ongoing underneath the rock?
Ah, good question. I like it. Or in another realm even, another dimension. So,
Yeah.
okay, let's just see. Is there still life as we sort of know it going on in there or under there or within another realm that's related to that?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I knew I was going to get a yes. I just felt it. I've had so much energy running through me as we're talking about this. That's a big fat yes, whether it's another realm, like that, like another timeline or whatever.
Well, Shanna and I felt it. We felt
Yeah.
it. We
Yeah.
felt there was something going on there. Yeah. And that it was kind of still something was going on.
Yeah. 10 of Cups. This is like happy home. People emotionally are happy to me. I love the 10 of Cups when it comes up. Yeah. These are definite yeses.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
I would, yeah. Wow. And honestly, the energy coming through, it was huge.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Okay. So let's look at the next one. Where do I have to go here? Okay. So the next one is, hold on, we'll come back to these. Okay.
Wow.
Wait, go back. Okay. So here's Bell Rock.
Yeah.
And what I saw was a ship. Like here's the dome of the ship, and here's the ship part right here. So what I noticed, yeah, I'm gonna ask that, Shanna. So what I noticed is that if you notice these rocks, see how they look melted as compared to here where it looks like a cliff, more like cliffy type. These rocks look melted. So they had like these holes in them that look like lookouts. And now I have a picture of it. Let me see. There it is. All right. So the rocks had these on them, and I kept feeling like people are being watched through these holes in the rocks.
Wow. Okay. So you want to ask firstly if it sort of melted, because I mean there's so many places all around the world where this has happened, where they've actually, it's like not just the mud floods, but there was also this electromagnetic melting.
Yeah.
Because I was really intrigued with all this once I knew about Tartaria, and yeah, I watched this guy that had the best pictures of all of this stuff. It was incredible. So yeah, just ask if it went through a process of like that electrical melting that happened. Oh yeah.
Oh, where is it? The one with Bell Rock.
Yeah, there was a pretty big disaster that happened because that 3 of Swords has come up straight away. So
Okay.
yeah, something went awry, definitely. Okay, you keep wanting to come up. Yeah, King of Pentacles. A lot of kings around this this whole business. So this is the highest master of manifestation is our King of Pentacles. So so something definitely went wrong. Wow. And when the Ten of Wands comes up, this is action that's been taken, but it wasn't quite finished. So it's almost like they knew something was going to happen.
Yeah.
But they couldn't do it. They couldn't stop it. It was too big. Yeah, because they were looking forward to the future, because that Three of Wands is always when you're looking forward to the future and letting go of the past. Oh, I just got something. That's why they're in another realm now. Because it feels like they knew that something was going to happen, and they created another realm for themselves. That Ace of Pentacles just wanted to come up. So they did know, but they couldn't stop it on the physicality that they were living in. And it's almost like they shifted realms. That's what I'm getting.
Okay. Interesting. So it is the spaceship then?
I didn't check that. I was just checking to see if it was part of that big incident that happened.
Oh, okay.
I'll check to see if
you were checking on the melted rocks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now, if you want me to, I can check to see if it was some sort of technology, some sort of craft. Let's just see if that was an aspect of what we're seeing there. Well, we've got the Nine of Cups, which is wishes and desires that have actually come true. We've got the Empress. So it could have been, because these are cards of something that's been desired and something that's been created. So I'd say it was technology. There was some technology there within it. Wow. It's again, Nine of Wands. They'd got to a stage through lots of mistakes and hard yards. But yeah, okay, let me just do one more card as a clarifying card.
I wonder if Jesse can show you what happened.
Yeah, something was hidden. So we've got our Four of Swords. So there was something that was hidden underneath that. So I'm not sure if that was.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. It felt like, Bill, it looks like a spaceship, but something's hidden under there. Something is underneath it.
Yeah, that's what the cards are saying as well. It's something that they created. So and maybe it was to survive that, like I said, but in a different way, in a different realm. Because if there was a consciousness level that was different to what we experience. Let me just yeah, they did a shift, because the Five of Pentacles, you're being left out in the cold, but there's change coming. And then we've got our Temperance. So this is change. It's usually slowly, but it's done it's almost done with help, like with spiritual help is how I see this one. Yeah. So something went on at that level. Okay. I'll check with Jazzy, see if he can give me an image or a picture.
Visual. Yeah, some type of visual.
Okay. Hi, Jazzy. Wow, he just took me underneath, and the light that he showed me that came through, it's almost like it's creating another consciousness realm. Yeah, he's showing me it again. So somehow through this light, through this creating, it shifted it. There's definitely something going on under it, but we probably couldn't see it with our eyes.
Right.
Because it's different. It's a different realm, different timeline, different realm. Wow, yeah, because I just started traveling. Well,
it's interesting because I felt it with Courthouse, but not with Bell Rock. But definitely with Courthouse, I could just see like stuff moving in there, and just like Yeah, like almost like a higher advanced civilization in there.
That's what he was showing me. And so Dennis has asked, is it now a portal? Well, Dennis, it felt like it because I started to travel. So I know what it feels like when I'm traveling through like interdimensionally. So that's, thank you. Actually, yes, that it makes sense. It was like a portal that was created.
Okay.
And I'm feeling that the land there is also not, almost sacred. There's something energetically about the land on the ley lines there. That's just what I'm feeling. So
Okay. Okay. So all right, so let me show you something else. This one. Okay, so in between the Courthouse, Butte, and Bell Rock, there's this thing. And I'm like, that's a freaking tree. Because you could see the little, first of all, it's flat. Okay, so what mountain do you know is flat on the top?
Tabletop.
And this here looked like a tree trunk.
Yeah.
So I wanted to see if that was a tree.
Okay, let's see.
Shanna, that's next. It's coming. I can't. There we go. Thank you.
Wow. So we've got this. Now, this, when we have our Knight of Cups, he's bringing us a message, an emotional message, but it's being done gently. So, and then the King of Wands again. So again, this is a master of action. So I'm just going to get one more clarifying card here. If that one wants to come out. Wow. So this is small. So they're doing it. So that Page of Pentacles means that it's something new, but it's not big that's being done, that we're learning. I feel that this has all been hidden from us.
Yeah.
And for it to be revealed, like it would just wipe everything we've been taught out of the water, wouldn't it? Yeah. So
let's do it.
And again, another page. This is crazy. So we've got another page, Page of Swords. So this is to me, this is someone that's not quite told the truth. And what was I just talking about? So yeah, so it's been hidden. Yeah. Eight of Cups. It's been walked away from. Like, why haven't we asked questions around this before as humanity, not just us here? But
well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was there, 2 years ago, and I didn't know. I didn't see this tree. I didn't even recognize it. I mean, like, we are just at a different place now.
Correct. Yes, King of Pentacles has come up again. We're seeing things. We're creating our reality from a very different consciousness. So we're able to see. Because I've often asked myself, when I was traveling the first time around when I was younger, I could feel this stuff, but why didn't I ask questions about it? And I've read that book, Pillars of the Earth. I mean, and propaganda, huge propaganda. And I loved that book. And I was going, oh, wow, that's so cool at all. Yeah. And I remember being on the plane and a lady was reading it in Spanish. It was actually, and I went, this is bizarre. I'm reading this book. So it was all propaganda, but we are now beyond that. You know, we're beyond it now. So we're asking questions. We're trusting our instincts. We're trusting our clairsentience and our, claircognizance, our inner knowing.
Yeah. So this was the biggest one, but there's literally 2 or 3 next to it. Like, right next to it.
Whole different world. It was would have been different atmosphere, different everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we have to be open-minded, or we won't have an abundance of space to allow the answers in.
Yeah. And so the next question is like, who cut the tree? Now Kibu is asking that the Nephilim.
Did Nephilim cut the tree? That's a good question.
Yeah.
Okay.
So isn't Nephilim angels? I thought Nephilim is angels.
Yeah, there's been a lot of controversy around this, so I haven't got into the controversy. I'm just going to see the Nephilim as huge beings that are, like
I thought it was Elohim. I don't know. Whatever. I always get confused with Nephilim and Elohim. So
I know, I'm the same. Okay. Oh my gosh, we've got first up. We get the Empress. Now this is the creator of everything beautiful, and look at the trees in the background.
Yeah,
that's pretty interesting. And then we got this dude. We got the devil. So I feel that there was a something that came along and got rid of everything. I'm just going to ask for clarity because I'm getting a little bit of a mixed intuition here. So I'm just going to ask for some clarity on that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like we've got the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man is about something can be suspended in time. Also, it's just waiting and allowing things to happen. It could have also just been part of the process. You know how we flip the switch because the Lovers cards come up to get a whole new realm. So it could also have been part of that too. Like,
okay,
it wasn't going to work for what was being built for this new realm, for our new reality.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So then the next thing we're going to see is this. Let's see. This is the rock I had talked about in the last decode that we did. I had told you there was this rock in front of it. There was this huge circular rock that we supposedly deactivated. That was like a reptilian rock that didn't match at all. If you can see the background, you see the red rock, and then you see this rock, which is like a greenish, grayish rock that looks like a circuit on top. Like, look at all the lines. Do you see the lines?
Yes. How big was that rock, Elisa? Like, are we talking little? Are we talking massive?
No, it was like 2 feet by 1 or 2, like 3 feet by 2 feet, let's say. Oh, you don't know feet.
Yeah, no, I do. I was one of the lucky ones that grew up with both.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, we got both metric and imperial. So
yeah. So yeah,
it's definitely different substance.
Yeah, absolutely different. Just was like, this looks like a circuit board. I kept saying, this looks like a circuit board. This looks like a circuit board. And I thought it was attached to that other reptilian rock, the big, huge, gigantic one that was like a big, almost like a big sphere.
Yeah, wow.
That also had like scales on it, like reptilian scales on it. So I'm wondering what we can find from this rock. Like, first of all, is it like an evil?
Was it used for nefarious purposes?
Yeah. Okay,
let's ask that question.
I'm thinking like it has something to do with the energy that's underneath, right? That we talked about. It's a different dimension. Maybe this thing doesn't allow it to. I don't know. We need to know like what this is.
Okay, so the first thing that's come up is our 5 of Swords. So there was some conflict around this. So when we're asking, was it used for nefarious purposes? I think there was different thoughts on that and what they could use it for and what they would do. But it was being used again. That looking forward to the future and leaving the past behind. It was used somehow to help with that.
To help with what?
To help with the shift of setting up the foundation. So there we've got a foundation card. So somehow this was helping, but there was a lot of conflict around the best way to do it. That's why that's come up. So we've got a Queen of Wands. She's integrity. So to me, it got used in the end for something that was integrity for everyone.
Okay, so it was good.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So is that actually a circuit board that I'm seeing on the top?
it's so funny because the word consciousness keeps coming through. So maybe, I don't know, let's just have a look and see. We'll ask that question straight out. Was it like a circuit board for energy, whether it was etheric, electromagnetic, whatever? Was it a circuit board for an energy of some sort?
Yeah, it just looks like a circuit board. It looks like specifically these lines are like.
There's more to it than that, Elisa, because we've got our Four of Swords again. So
it's some sort of technology then?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Yeah, because the Queen of Swords has come up, and she usually speaks very directly, very true. I feel it was damaged. I keep getting this feeling that it was actually damaged, and it didn't look like that originally.
Ah.
Yeah, it's like it's almost like it was damaged in everything that went on.
Oh, okay.
So that wasn't its original look. No, look at that again. Five of Swords. There was a lot of decisions and mental like juggling done with this, whatever it was.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Look at Empress again. My gosh, she's really come up today. This is about creating something. So it was used in some way, but that's not the full form of it.
Okay. All right. All right. So let me see if I can find the other thing I wanted to talk about. So much to talk about. We're going to run out of time.
I know.
Okay. So there were these, I guess I need to share. So they were these like tower type things. Do you see it there? How like, so rock, this thing looks like a melted, like how, I don't know how people don't like see it. Like it's like, what kind of rock is like that? Like,
are you talking about the red part, or there's something on the other side?
No, the red part, the rock part.
Oh, the big red part in the middle.
Yeah, let me see if I can
enlarge it. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that looks melted again.
Yeah, like totally melted rock. Like how people don't like see that. Like,
I know.
Like what? So what can the cards tell us about this specifically? What was this, and why was it sticking out?
What's the what's underneath? See how there's a level is
right here.
Yeah, there. Yeah, sort of down. Yeah, all the way around. It's got that level that's not. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. You tell me.
It's fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because it's all these things that I didn't notice 2-3 years ago. It's like, it's interesting because it's like, it was not in my awareness. It was just like, oh, cool rock, right? And this time around, I'm like, oh my God, this is this, and this is that, and this is, like.
Can you enlarge it at all so I can see that strip at the bottom a little bit clearer? I'm just intrigued with that for some reason. Okay, yeah.
Almost like there's some hieroglyphics or something. Yeah. I don't know, like
underneath it. Yes. Okay, let's just see if we can get anything about it. So I have to ask a clearer question. We got our Two of Swords, so I need to ask a clearer question. It can't be just tell me what happened. All right, let's ask a clearer question. Was it? Is this something that again was different shape but melted?
Yeah. It was. I mean, I like to think of it as spaceship, but I mean,
no, there's more going on because we've got a Five of Wands. So
wow.
There's something definitely going on, and the Fool card, new beginnings. So this was definitely something that went on. There's more to it though, and they definitely started. It was all part of it, I would say, all part of this new beginning for them. That they, look at that. We've got a yes on that. So it's more complicated. Yeah, I don't think it's as simple as what we think.
Okay. So let's see if we can find the other one. Oh, yeah, this one. This one. I mean,
Wow.
look at this.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So Shanna and I climbed over there to the top of it. And I'm like, okay, what the heck is this? Like it's
How big was that again, Elisa?
I'm gonna say, so I'm 5'4". I'm gonna say it was like double me.
Okay.
So I'm 5'4", so like 10 foot, 11 feet
Yeah.
high, maybe.
Just fascinating, isn't it? Wow.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just wanted to know what these were. I mean, I know the cards aren't going to tell us what it is, but maybe I
No,
was
they're
thinking
not.
what I saw, Maree, on this. What I saw in my head
Yeah.
was light, three light pillars shooting up into the sky, almost like to direct traffic or something, like to find the spot. Like, here's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
light.
It's because they're very specifically out on their own, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, let's have a look. I'm just going to cut these ones. So it was the Justice card has come up. So they were obviously quite an important part of the whole place, because then we've got our Ace of Wands, which is definitely agreeing with that. So I don't, whatever they were, I'm not really getting whatever they were, but they were important.
Okay.
That's all I'm getting.
I felt the same because I saw him. I'm like, oh my god, we got to go over there. We got to get on top. We got to, take a picture. So
Yeah, wow.
I definitely feel there was importance to it.
Yeah, there's definitely importance to it for sure. Just don't
Yeah.
know what it is. Yeah.
Okay. So then the next one that I wanted to show you, unfortunately, is this. It's not, I don't think I captured what I wanted to show you guys, but basically it's this right here. It's called Submarine Rock. And what it looks like is this big, long, now let me put myself on here. It looks like this long melted rock, and then two bumps at the end. Okay, so two bumps like that. And that's what you're seeing there, is you're seeing the bump, one of the bumps of the rock. So, and then I kept saying, like, are those lookouts? Are they looking at us through these little holes?
They look like they're part of a building, when you have pylons and things and you have like a balcony or something. It's actually, and it's just melted.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah. So there was somebody walking there. You can see
that size. Yeah, okay.
Size.
Wow. Interesting. So the first card we got was the Chariot, which is really interesting because this is moving forward. Ace of Cups. So whatever happened, something better has come along. But it wasn't, because the Ten of Wands has come up, they weren't quite finished already. So I feel, maybe all this would have just disappeared with them. I don't know. But there was something that went on that was not quite finished when they actually made the full card, when they actually made the change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tracy, you might be right. I might need to learn to use a drone because I can spot things. I can spot things that other people can't with my eyes. And they're usually far away where
I think a drone on these trips would be amazing. My friend's he's how old's he now, 13 or 14-year-old. He's amazing with this drone, and in seconds it can be somewhere.
Wow.
That's amazing. So, and you just control it from your phone, literally. So
this is the other thing that we saw, that I was like, okay, what's up? But why aren't people questioning this?
Yeah.
Okay, on the walkways to the rocks, look at this. It's shaped. There are cut rocks. These are cut They are cut by something. Look at this.
That's amazing.
Look
Yeah,
at
I
this.
know.
Look at this line. Perfect freaking line. Look at that.
Yeah, I know. Yep. And, you know, you wonder, well, we've all been diverted another way, haven't we? Rather than asking questions, you're taught at school to do what you're told, to not ask questions, you know,
Yeah.
all that stuff. So that we were trained to not ask questions. And somehow the rebels, the starseeds, broke free of that. And we are now asking questions. Imagine if you had geologists and people like that, or archaeologists that actually had that awareness and that ability to look at things like in that light as well.
Yeah.
It would be amazing.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to ask if this sort of stuff will actually come out and be revealed to us. So, you know, in our lifetime, if this, all this that's been hidden from us deliberately, which it has, you know, interesting. You know, I think what I'm actually feeling is that the people that want to know, it will be there for us to look at, to see. Like all this, they would have kept records of it, yeah. So we've got our 8 of Pentacles, so that's been it's been worked on. Like, how can this be presented to people that want it? The 8 of Cups, some people are just going to walk away and not cope with that. So that's fine. And then you got the Strength card. So it's like the truth will come out. And for those that want it, it's there. And for those that don't.
You know, the tarot deck is missing a card. And it's an ostrich with its head under the sand.
I love it. That's perfect. I know. I love it. I love that. That's so funny. So, yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, one more question. Okay. So is Submarine rock, and was it in a past time or was it before it became melted? Was it a spaceship?
Okay. Let's just ask that straight up question.
And then I'll ask Shanna's question as the last question.
Okay. Interesting. Because what I'm getting as well intuitively is it wasn't actually a spaceship, but the technology, the wisdom of that was there, because we've got the Magician card. So to me, this is bringing heaven to earth, but this is using everything you've got on the table. So it would look like magic to us. It wasn't a spaceship, but it had there was technology, from that time. So that 9 of Cups has come up again, which is all our dreams and desires. So the actual building wasn't a spaceship, but the technology that was there was around that time frame, was from then. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then the last question real quick is, Shanna had a meditation where she right in where this thing was, this ship thing. So we sat, and then she was projected into the rocks in front of us, which were way far, 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 and were cliffs. Were really high, really high, really high. So why was she projected like that into the distance, into the rocks?
Have you got any thoughts on that, or has Shannon got any thoughts on that?
Shanna?
Pop it in if you like. Just so, what were you feeling? You know, because I've had the same situation, Shanna, happened to me, where I was in Bali and we were in this incredibly sacred place with a waterfall, and there was undines everywhere. They were showing up in the photos. It was amazing. There were big balls, orbs, and I was just waiting for my turn to go into under the actual waterfall. And the next minute I literally fell through the rock I was leaning against, and Merlin was there, and he said, come on. And we went down this whole other world of dimensions into where there was crystals and this and that going on. It all happened so fast. And then I came back out and I was like, wow. And it was obviously my consciousness was down there doing that. And it was quite amazing. And the other thing that's happened for me is all my life when I was meditating, I'd get taken to this place that had massive, exactly what Shanna's describing, massive big canyon walls. And then it was like, and I always got shown an eagle, and I went, this is okay. And I was like an eagle flying with this eagle through this massive walled canyon. When I finally got to the US and we did a plane flight to go to the Grand Canyon, once I got off out of the plane and we were looking, I saw that's where I'd been taken on my meditations. And there was actually a rock eagle right across from one side of the canyon to the other. And I went, this is where I was taken on my meditation. So to me, it was an aspect of my soul. It was an aspect of my memory from my soul and consciousness. I knew I'd been in an American Indian or some form of, in that lifetime.
Yeah.
And it was a safe place. It was my place where my consciousness was high, where I was aware. Yeah, to actually see it in real life, it blew my mind because I'd never seen it before. So Shanna Banana, it's almost like, going through a camera. Yeah. So for you, I feel as well, it was actually remembering an aspect of a lifetime and your consciousness, and you were able to be, you were remembering it and going into that space consciously. So that's what I'm getting.
Very cool. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, the world has just come up with that question. So this was a world that you were very comfortable and confident with on a consciousness level.
Wow. Okay. So I imagine that's why she was there as well with me. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So do you feel she has a connection to those melted buildings in some way?
Yeah, and I feel we've probably all experienced that life. Well, we've had something to do with that lifetime for us to be aware of it, conscious of it, seeing it. There would probably have been a time when we saw those buildings before the event, or knew what went on. So I would say yes.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. So we're late. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. We love you. I'm going to take the video down just for a minute to remove my ID from the picture, and then I'll upload it. So if you don't see it, that's why it's not there. Yeah. All right. Love you guys. Bye, Jazzy.
Yeah. Jazzy says bye.